It's March 2nd, 2004. It's the week that Hilary Duff enters the Billboard Hot 100 with her song Come Clean. And it's the week we learn that Camille has a signature walk and that it's going to make her famous. Welcome to Part But Make It Fashion. Hello you guys, and welcome to a new episode of Part of Make It Fashion. My name is Sander.
And my name is Dennis.
And today we are talking about the 8th episode of Cycle 2 of America's Next Top Model. And the name of the episode is The Girl with a Signature Walk. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. How did we start? Or how did the episode actually start?
Well, it all starts with...
It all starts 19 years ago.
The year of 2004. That Yoanna is talking with Mercedes about finally bonding with Camille. They were BFFs.
Yeah, and then they have the confessional together, and it all looks pretty nice, and like they're actually like you're thinking like, oh, maybe they're gonna be friends or something, or I don't know. Well, to be fair, you already noticed that because in that confessional, Camille's like, I love you, and tries to give Yoanna a hug, and Joanna's like, I love you sometimes.
Ebony or something.
No, Ebony and Ivory. You know what that means?
What is it again?
Ebony and Ivory is like a duet. One is black and one is white.
Oh.
And it's like do you know that episode from Friends when Ross is like going to the tanning salon and then Chandler says to him, you could do a duet of Ebony and Ivory all by yourself?
Yeah, because I do recognize the names. Oh, but it's like famous people.
I think so.
A famous
or a band
duo.
or something.
Okay,
I don't know,
Ebony and Ivory. Also, they have their nicknames. Well, they even have their nicknames, so there must be a great friendship.
Apparently.
We're also Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah.
We are.
Ooh, cool.
In the Netherlands, we would say duo penotti.
Duo penotti, indeed. Okay, Ebony, what happens after that?
No, I don't know, actually.
They go to Milan.
So quick already? Yeah, they do.
Well, there was a little confusion. And for the people at home, watch back. Because Tyra was coming... They had dinner with the 5 of them. And then Tyra comes over and she starts like rapping with them. And we were talking a little bit, so we didn't listen. Well, we were talking. I told you something. And it's just like fun. Girls, now go back home. Pack your bags and go home because we're going to Rome. At least I thought that she was saying that, but we didn't have the energy to go back and watch it again. But I thought that she was saying we're going to Rome. So if I'm right or if I'm wrong, let us know in a comment on Instagram or whatever.
But of course she says Milan because they're going to Milan.
Yeah, but I heard her say Rome. Okay, watch it back.
No. Listeners, this is how Sander's mind works. He thinks he hears something and then it's the way it is. Just for future references.
I think I might be wrong, but I want to keep...
I know you are wrong because why would they say Rome?
Yeah, because then maybe Tyra made a mistake.
Then they would do a voiceover.
That's true, yeah. Like she always... Then it would be like, girls, pack your bags and go home because we're going to Milan. Like a very different voice.
Yeah.
But they went to Milan.
They go to Milan. And then they get that beautiful clip of the airplane that was drawn. I thought it was actually really funny and it was really good. I thought it's a good way to save money or whatever. I maybe it wasn't, but I thought it was really funny.
It's true. And then at local time Milan, they arrived there at 8:30 or 9:30 in the morning. And it says like it's 3:30 or 2:30 at night in the United States. So bedtime. And I don't think they really slept that well on the plane. For example, I never really sleep well on the plane.
No, I hate it.
I don't think they flew...
First class,
no.
Economy.
Economy class, while Tyra is sipping her wine at the business.
No, she has a private jet.
Oh, yes.
She can borrow it from Donatella. Just like Devil Wears Prada. Ask Donatella for her airplane. Tyra did that.
I don't think she did. Who knows? But, and they immediately, without sleeping, they have to straight go into 5 go-sees.
Yes.
And then they explain, what is a go-see? Well, actually... You go and see. I'm like, we can hear that in the name.
Yeah. But then they go to the go-sees. This was pretty convenient that they had the 5 guys drive up and they would go with the scooters. I thought it was hilarious. I thought Camille was hilarious with her guy.
This guy was onto Camille.
Well, she was also onto him because she was like doing like, I'm not going to react that much. So maybe like playing hard to get.
That's true. And Italians,
feeling.
I can say that... by knowing it, I have an Italian boyfriend. Italians are full-on flirters. They can say like it always sounds like, and not all the Italians are, of course. But when I also talk to friends of my boyfriend who are also Italian, they are in for it. They're just more romantic than, for example, Dutch people overall. I know people who are Dutch and romantic, and I know people who are Italian and not romantic, but it's also a culture thing. Like, ooh, we're going to seduce people, you know.
No, I don't think it's a seduce. It's more of like they're just a little bit extra.
That's true. Yeah.
We call it extra, but it's not extra to them.
No.
To them, it's normal. But to us, we think it's extra.
True.
I think so. But they go to the ghosties, and at first you see the ghosties, and I thought the one with the woman and the guy who was translating, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Because I found it hilarious that the girls didn't know how to act to it a little bit. And you could also see Camille, she was like, bam, defense went up right away. She was like, this is my signature walk, and that's what's going to make me, like, it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It's an iconic line. That's what she's known for the top model fans. But I don't understand with that attitude why she would won the... What?
No, continue.
Oh, no, why she would win. In the end, she won the Ghosty challenge. And I'm like, you know, the other girls, they say like, yeah, Shandy, you're shy. Well, okay, maybe she is. But I think, and maybe April's too analytical, blah, blah. But I think like Yoanna came across quite nice to them and also not insecure. She is insecure about her body and she, you know, she's not, but she came across like very nice and warm, even to that woman who was quite vicious. I'm like, why didn't she win?
No, but I think that the vicious woman and the translator guy, that they didn't took that in because it wasn't. Spoiler alert! No, it wasn't actually a go-see. It was like a setup go-see.
So only the other go-sees.
That's
true. Yeah,
because otherwise Camille wouldn't have won.
But I don't think that they took their portfolios in consideration for the win, because I don't think Camille is the strongest portfolio out of them. I think she has the weakest portfolio overall.
No idea. I just don't like her, so.
No, you don't. You're not a fan of her.
No.
I became a fan this episode a little bit.
No, I didn't. She made it worse for me.
Yeah, but only at the first 5 minutes. But oh my god, at the go-sees, Shandy's walk improves a lot. She can walk now. Yeah. If you think how she was in the first episode and how she walks now, I'm like, she walks like a model.
Oh, that's a big difference. It was like very elegant, very kind of like it was,
like
sorry,
what?
it was kind of like the elves from Lord of the Rings that I walk like. It's because of her long blonde hair.
Oh, maybe she's like more flying.
It's more like Galadriel. I feel it in the water.
The earth is changing.
Yes. Well, but
one was given to the dwarves. Okay, then we're not going to quote Lord of the Rings now.
Oscar-winning performance.
Oh yeah, by Kate.
Sorry, inside joke. But it was really, really pretty. I agree.
It's pretty. And what I find very funny is that Camille was at another go-see, and she asked the woman who was working there, have you ever graced the cover of these magazines? And that girl was looking at her like, girl, please.
To be fair, I do have to say, Camille she didn't have a good edit in this episode. And I'm not saying that she looks bad because of the edit, but she was not on top of her game this episode.
Oh no, they were in for the kill for Camille.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was all about the negativity of the episode was all towards Mercedes being commercial and Camille being mean. Yeah, Camille being Camille.
It was also mean because Camille wins the go-see, and then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna pick Yoanna because she feels insecure, and I hope this will make her feel better. And then you see a clip of her that she's going like, yeah, with Yoanna, I'm just gonna kill her with kindness, and I'm like, that's the worst thing you can say because, okay, we don't know maybe everything that has happened, but I know people who work as a stewardess or steward, and they actually kill people with kindness because you cannot be mean as a steward. You have to be kind to the people all the time. So even when people don't do the stuff you want them to do, they will do it, be like, oh, your luggage, can it really fit up there? No, you can't close it right now. Maybe we should change it. Like, in a nice way, You're trying to say that. And that's, to me, what's killing with kindness. Not when you're like, I have a scheme and I want to and that kind of felt the way that Camille was doing it. It wasn't killing with kindness. It was putting up a scheme or like a bad thing. You're
mean. Yeah, you only do it with customers you see for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not for people you hang out with for months.
Can you imagine if I would kill you with kindness? That would be so mean.
That would be super mean. I hope you're not doing that. You kill me with meanness. Even worse.
I'm going to say something right now. I'm going to dub Camille the Robin of the season. It's been done. You are the Robin of the season. Bam.
Now it's official. We already talked about it. She might be.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
You are Camille.
And for the record, for the people who don't know what a steward or a stewardess is, it's a flight attendant, Dennis.
Oh, was that a different thing? Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
I'm just killing you with kindness.
No, but like Camille, like, oh, girl, that's
Camille, Robin, Ebony, we don't care what your name is. We are onto you.
It's just not nice.
And it will get worse.
How can it? Oh,
with
during
her
the
dinner,
episode.
yeah, but that's later, yeah.
But do you know what the thing is? Actually, it's also kind of sad because when was this? During the episode that Yoanna was? Oh, it was in the beginning where Yoanna and Mercedes were saying like, yeah, Camille just wants some attention, and Yoanna's like, yeah, I don't hate her, but it's more like I'm sad for her that things have happened to her, that she's like this right now, that she has to put up this strong exterior. And the fact is, putting up that strong exterior doesn't make you better, or it makes you actually, well, we see it on the tape, it doesn't work.
Wow, that's a great analyze.
Thank you.
Well done analyzing.
Are you killing me with kindness again?
No, I'm now telling the honest truth and nothing but the truth.
Okay, but yeah, so they have the ghosties, and then immediately they go
photo shooting.
Yeah, they go.
There's not like a lot of in between, and they go to.
Oh no, you have the
No,
it was
later,
after.
dinner's
It was
later,
after.
And the photo shoot is in Verona.
In Verona? Is it in Verona?
The city of romance, where Romeo and Juliet had their base. Do you know in Verona? Have you been to Verona?
I don't know. Maybe if you tell me the story, then I'm like, oh, I've been there.
I've been to Verona as well. There's like the statue of
Monica Piss?
No, of Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, and you have to touch one of the two boobs for good luck. So you see the statue, and it's like
old,
like dark
and clean boobs.
Yeah. And there's one. No, it's more like
a nipple.
the boob is like gold colored because it's like I don't know what the material is, like black stone.
Yeah.
But because everyone touched the boob, that's became gold or brown. And apparently my boyfriend once told. Okay, I hope this friend doesn't listen. I'm not going to call names. My boyfriend once told one of his friends, "Did you know that you have to lick the boob?" For good luck. And she did. So cute. I would do exactly the same.
Well, facts from Verona. But the shoot
was in Arena di Verona.
Oh, but the shoot was cool. But you know what was hilarious? Okay, so they start this whole shoot. Okay, this shoot is for sunglasses. We're gonna do like for Gucci. I don't know the other brands what they did, but they're gonna do sunglasses.
Versace.
And then you see the shoot, and well, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but after that, with the judging, you see the pictures. I don't see a sunglass anywhere.
Only Shandy wears the pink one.
And even then, you're looking at the dress. You're looking at the
True.
The shoot was awesome, by the way. But
it was more a dress shoot.
I think Jay Manuels did more with sunglasses during this episode than the girls.
Did you notice as well? Yeah.
Well, did you notice the sunglasses was...
No, but he changed his sunglasses.
Yeah. Oh, honey, this is called advertisement.
Because like he came in and he had like, I wrote down Jay sunglasses, haha, because I was focused on like the biggest sunglasses. I think my apartment is smaller than his sunglasses. It's not normal. He had them on, they were huge. And then every time he was talking, he had different sunglasses on. Like, this is so obviously advertised.
I loved it.
And because maybe in the end, maybe the people said we don't see enough of the sunglasses in the photos. So
maybe
Jay Manuel, you put them on.
But during the shoot, it was very like Jay Manuel was like, it has to be high fashion. They have to be like hunched a little bit, like not pretty poses, but like be a little bit weird. And I thought the shoot was awesome. I thought actually all the girls looked awful. It looked awesome.
Yes.
And I thought that everyone did really good. I thought, of course, like Camille, she wasn't trying to really go with the flow, but still, she still looked awesome with like the hair and the dress. There was no one who was bad.
Yeah, exactly. Camille pulled off the look better than I expected her to do. Yeah, but she is just not that high fashion in how she models. She's more like in your face modeling, like ooh. But what I do love about this high fashion thing is that it also feels, because this is 2004, so that's like 17 years ago. This could also have been done now. It's kind of timeless. Some of the like sometimes
high fashion is like haute couture.
No, but when you watch
that's not. Is it art? It is. Okay, maybe it's art, but it's supposed to be like timeless, because if you would ask people like, "Hey, do you remember that runway from 1991? Like they still use stuff of it, or
Yeah.
like as inspiration or stuff like that. It's kind of like the same as like if you would. Actually, it is art. I've said it, but if you would take an art piece out of the '80s, and it's still pretty now, and I think that's the same thing with those haute couture.
Haute couture, yeah, but I love that they do that because all the other shots have been not commercial only, also more high fashion kind of things.
In season 1, it was more commercial.
It was, but it was so
J-Lo
obvious,
stuff.
like J-Lo, and then with the song, it was all a little bit like limited at that time. I was like, okay, I mean, nice it was then, but it's outdated. But this was like timeless, and I think Italy is like the perfect. Well, it is, of course. I think that's the country of fashion, especially in Europe, but I think worldwide, like Italy, Milan, like that's where you go when you want to know Fashion Week, blah blah. Those surroundings at Verona, it just the boobs, yeah, but everything is like I don't know. It's so fashion and timeless. It's super romantic.
Yeah,
I think, and and I really like that all the girls, I think all 5 of them quite kind of portrayed that and looked good. I think, well, for me the best, I don't know, was Shandy. Who was your favorite at the photo shoot?
I don't know. At the shoot, I thought actually Yoanna did the best for me, but also Shandy. But it was with Shandy, it was like her hair was like bam, so that was pretty. And Yoanna didn't have that, so I think if Yoanna would have had that too, it would have been more awesome. Because I noticed that with April, she didn't have that bam bam because she was lying. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Shandy was lucky with her look.
Yeah.
Well,
not
true.
lucky. Like it suited her. She made it work. But
and for example, Camille also had a great look, and she didn't pull it off that well.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
but yeah,
it's still good.
I liked all of the pictures, but to that we come later. But something about the shoot itself?
No.
But it was fabulous to say in no words.
Fabulous. It was a fabulous shoot. So it was very fabulous. There was no dog. There was no dog.
Oh, thank God.
There was no dog.
No, the dog could not go on the plane?
It could.
No, it's not high fashion enough for Milan.
It wasn't fabulous.
It wasn't fabulous enough, the dog, for Milan.
But after, so then Yoanna and Camille get their pictures taken. No, not pictures.
No, portraits.
The portrait, that was boring.
Whatever.
But then we go to the dinner.
The dinner.
And the whole dinner is boring, but, can I just say, I'll say it after.
Oh, okay. First dinner.
That we have the thing with Camille that Tyra and Jay were like, does Yoanna always leave the table after a meal? And then Camille makes a face, and then Jay is like, Camille, why do you make that face? So she makes it like appear like as if Yoanna has an eating disorder, and then after that, like Yoanna confronts her with it. And what I hate about it is that Camille is like, yeah, but I didn't say you had an eating disorder. And I'm like, okay, that's true. It's totally true. You didn't say it, but you implied it.
Yeah, you were insinuating it.
You were insinuating that she had like, kill her with kindness, bitch my ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said
no
that
problem. No, and that's also because you were saying, first of all, no, first on this, because you saw the look on Camille's face, and she was like, and then Jay asked something like, oh, what do you mean? Does she always leave the table after dinner? And she was looking like, well, yeah, like that. And then you see, which I find very cute, of Mercedes. Mercedes was sitting next to Camille, like, that's not true, she said. So I'm like, okay, go Mercedes. And Mercedes also confronted or told Yoanna about it, but she was not like wanted to gossip about it. She was more like, Yoanna, you have to do something about it because she talked bad about you. And I think Mercedes handled this quite well. And she also said, like, this was the underlining. You insinuated all this stuff. Don't be dumb. Yeah, how do you say that? It was the undertone of the conversation.
The underlining of your bra.
The undertone, because what I hated about Camille is that she kept herself being stupid. Like, I didn't say it. Like, no, you didn't say she has an eating disorder, but you implied it. Yeah. But what I did find a little bit weird is, why did Jay ask it? It felt a little bit staged to me. Why would you ask it?
I didn't think it felt staged.
Because
but to be fair, I don't think Jay is the biggest fan of Camille, and he was like, "Why?" Like, I think maybe there wasn't a plot to take Camille down, but it was like, "Why are you making that face?"
Do you also think that they were worried about Yoanna?
No.
Well, why would they ask it if they were not worried?
I don't think they were worried about it. Maybe it was a production thing, as in not that production had anything to do with it, but. Tyra was like, hey, does she always get up? Because maybe for example, if there were 5 completely different girls and one stood up after eating and went away, it's a modeling thing. So she would say the same thing. And it became a thing because Camille made the face.
That's true. And maybe it was also that Yoanna stood up very abruptly. That was more like, that's weird. Does she always go to the toilet so quickly or something?
I think production mode. Tyra was like, does she always get up? Like, she's concerned for the girls. She wants to know because it's a big thing in modeling, but also like this would be a good thing to use. Maybe they didn't use it because you know how long they shoot. It's not. We only saw like 50 seconds of that whole dinner, but the dinner lasted probably a couple hours.
Maybe they just talked before that about eating disorders and about her body, of course, because Yoanna was already insecure about her body. So maybe Tyra already had something like, it might be going wrong.
I think they talk about a lot. They probably talked about Winnie the Pooh as well. They probably talked about some other things like
what, Winnie the Pooh or Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh. Or they talked about Johnny Depp, or they talked about Harry Potter.
It was just a release.
So do you know what I'm saying? Like, they've talked about a lot of things, but they used this part because they were like, we can use this.
That's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but in the end, Yoanna goes to Tyra and explains it all. And then we go to the judging. And this is what I wanted to say. Tyra looks beautiful in this episode. Like, her clothes, her hair, it's like, I don't know. It's pretty.
It was. You already said a few times that you like her hair, and I agree now because it was a little bit curly, and it was clean and slicked back a little bit. Yeah.
It was not the coiffed up weird what she does in like later season, I think. But it was like beautiful, and also like her face, it just
and it was not over the top, because in the later seasons, indeed, she sometimes is like, girl, who gave you this wig? You have to you watch too many episodes of RuPaul.
We'll see.
It's too much. But also the judging room itself.
Pretty.
Oh, Italy, I love it.
Do you know what was my favorite outfit of Tyra that she wore when Yoanna came to her? We're like, hey, Tyra, I want to talk to you. She just had like a white top on, like crop top, and like the big coat, like the caramel colored.
It's so now, right? It's so 2021.
Oh, I want that. I want it beautiful with the hair color and everything.
She's timeless. A timeless girl.
Yes, it's haute couture.
This was not haute couture. This was street fashion in Milan. But they are judging, and then they told the girls that the go see from hell with the man and the woman who was the man who was translating with the woman was all an act, and that they were going to watch their performances back.
I loved it.
Let's go from girl to girl.
This was a smart mini challenge because it was not during the judging. This made sense. We can talk about it now. I'm good with it.
Let's go for other girls. They started with Shandy because we only have 5 girls left, so we can go from girl to girl.
Yeah,
and if this one, Shandy, for me, I am hugely biased because I'm a huge fan of Shandy, but I don't really see the shyness that much. If they say in the go see,
you don't see the shyness.
No, wait. Let me finish. Okay. You see, there's like she's timid. You see, she is quiet. But when they ask her something, she answers in a timid way, but not awkward or something, you know. And they make it come across like she's super awkward with that judge. I was like, you say like, I hope you will see something in me, or I don't know what she said, but I was like, okay. And also that she was asking the other woman, how did I do my first go-see? I'm like, okay, you can see this insecure, but it's also, you can also be like, oh, you have balls to ask it. You know what I mean? But I am biased.
You could see my face, ladies and gents, and everything in between now.
I didn't even watch it.
I'm like shocked because to me, everything you're saying, like that is not the shyness, but she is so shy because it's like the quirky that makes you shy. If you're not like, okay, I'm grabbing a pen right now and I'm grabbing it, she would probably be like, I'm gonna grab the pen and I'm like, it's not grabbing the pen. It's not like, to take Camille, she's an extreme. She would do something, and Shandy is more like.
Yeah, but is it shyness or more reserved?
Also annoying.
Yeah, I find it reserved a little bit.
Yeah, but maybe because you're like that too.
Shy?
Not shy, but reserved. Yeah, so that's why because you are not shy.
No, I'm not shy.
Maybe you see things that you do, and then you think, oh, in my world, that's not shy. But I believe that Shandy is very shy.
No, you're right.
She has grown a lot. She's way less shy. But during the go-sees, I thought that it was very shy.
But to be fair, Dennis, I said from the beginning, I know I'm biased. So take it with some salt. Is that also in English? Well, don't take me seriously with this. I think it is in English.
Do it with some salt.
But it's more like, I am biased.
But even like that, it doesn't even mean I don't care if you're biased or not. But I don't think she's still shy. She's still a shy girl.
But her photo.
It was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. It was, in my opinion, the best photo this week.
Same.
Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it.
Mercedes
was fine.
Fine at the judging at the go-see.
Yeah, and also with the with that horrible woman and the guy who was translating. I think she did that fine too.
Yeah, and didn't write down anything. She's okay.
Same.
They only talked about being commercial. I'm like, yeah, she looks commercial, but I think in the picture she kind of pulled it off. But
I didn't think so.
Her face, but I think her face is too round and not enough bone structure. It's too pretty.
It's too soft. It's too sweet. And with haute couture or high fashion or whatever, I feel you have to have them. It has to be more extreme.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that she needs to have hard bone structure, but you need to have an edge.
Yeah, and also when you look at her, she is tall, but I only see that she's tall when she's standing next to the other girls. When you just look at her, she doesn't look tall. I don't know what it is. At Shandy, you see, she's tall.
It's because of her face, and you're like, oh, you're probably just like a small,
so cute
girl.
Yeah, indeed. But she is quite tall.
She's a tall giraffe.
But I still love her, Mercedes.
Yeah, but her photo, I didn't think it was nice. I didn't like it. Well, it wasn't. I liked it because all the pictures, in my opinion, were good. Yeah. But out of everyone, Mercedes was my least favorite one.
Okay, I kind of agree, maybe. Or maybe the next one, Camille.
No, I like Camille's picture.
Yeah, okay, maybe it was more because it was hard to get the photograph because he put her in that position.
Yeah, her shoot wasn't the best, but her picture was. I thought it was pretty good, and I loved it that she got called out for her go-see and I loved it that she was like, yeah, but I won the challenge.
Yeah, and also to that person, I got chosen out of 6,000 other girls, so please shut up. And I was like, you can also overdo it, Camille.
Yeah, but you know what is? I'm always asking myself, like, if someone says that to that person, are you trying to convince that person or are you trying to convince yourself?
Ooh, deep.
Why do you need to say it like that? Why can't you just know that you're fierce? Because I believe she can be a fierce girl and she's beautiful. Yeah. But why do you have to say that to another person in that way? You could have also said like, why are you the one to win? You were like, because I am the winner. I am what you're looking for. I can be whatever you want me to be.
Do you know what I mean?
And you don't have to be like. You don't have to like fact check because if you're doing that, it feels like you're like kind of doing mantras in your head. I know I'm beautiful because I've done this and this and this. I know I'm gorgeous because like no.
But do you think that it's with Camille that it is an insecurity?
Oh yes, that girl's insecure.
You're reading her.
It's funny because it's true. Hopefully she's past that now, but like you can tell. Oh
yeah, she is.
You can
Well, she comes back in the All-Star season. And there she's more calm.
Yeah.
So I think she overcame that.
Well, I think it's also a thing. Actually, remember when she had that conversation with her dad when she called her and someone else, I think it was Sarah or no, I don't know who it was. They picked up the phone to her. Katie was it, and she was like, "You need to show more love. You need to show more love. Why didn't you show emotions? Camille didn't show emotion." And I think it comes from a place like that. Like she feels like she's not. She needs to prove that she's awesome. She needs to prove that she can do everything. And yeah, when you need to feel like you have to prove it, something's going wrong.
That's true.
And that's called insecurity.
The inseeth. Yeah. All right, next. Also, someone who's insecure but who's more vocal about it, which I like more, is Yoanna.
Yeah, but I don't feel that she's that insecure.
No, maybe she's more. She wants it so bad, and she feels sad about the fact that her body might be an issue. I think it's more that.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that she's Well, maybe she is insecure, actually. But to me, how it comes across, I'm just thinking about it right now. How it comes across, it's something that she's working on.
True. Yeah. And she really wants this. But it's not that she wants to be the biggest model. You can tell she wants to be in the fashion industry.
Yes.
And I think she was very sweet at the go-see. Yeah. Waiting for the answer. Like, okay. Oh, you want this from me? Okay. Okay. I would have let her win, actually. That go-see. But that was not the challenge where Camille won. But for that, she won. And her photo was good. I thought
her picture was beautiful.
Yeah.
I thought with everything that was said during this whole episode, I was like, you proved that you were high fashion.
Yeah.
Or that you could do that too.
I think I like Shandy's picture more, but I think Yoanna showed more versatility during the shoot. More to choose from, more body language and more...
I don't know. Yeah. I thought, to me, Shandy was my favorite, but this one was definitely a number 2 and maybe even like kind of shared first place. Or like just a little bit below. Like you have an A+ and an A.
I have exactly the same. And then I think the next girl, April, was your number 3.
Oh no, she was terrible. Sorry, I didn't like that picture. It was the worst in my opinion.
So she would have been your... Well, there we go later. You didn't like her picture. Also at the go-see, she was a little bit too analytical again. Like April
Yeah.
I think
But
it's also because she has a little bit of a tensed face that she comes across more nervous than she is. Because I think she's quite chill.
It's just that she wants to think about how she does things instead of trusting with the feeling and just go with the flow. But to be fair, I love April.
And she looks like a model with the bangs. I like her as well.
I think out of all the girls, look-wise, she would do the best in Milan. Because I think with all the ghosties, if you saw them, they were never saying a bad thing about April.
I think so too, but I don't think her walk is that good. It's too. I remember that from Tyra's video, that her walk was a little bit like. I think if you put it all together, I think maybe April, or Shandy, but then not with her personality, but with her look only. Yeah. But I think April has it all, the whole package, and Shandy has to work on her presence.
With April, it's like it's good.
Yeah, you can rely on her. With Shandy, she can have like a nervous breakdown. Yeah. But if you look at her portfolio, I'm like, I think Shandy's made for the European fashion, for like the fashion forward fashion. But okay, April would have been your bottom 2 then, I guess, right or not?
Yeah, to me, the bottom 2 for me would have been Mercedes and April.
For me it would have been Mercedes and Camille. I think I liked April's picture a little bit more, but only for the fact that I think it's hardest for April to look good because she had to lie down. I'm like, you cannot do as much as when you're standing up. So she had a harder challenge to overcome than.
But that's your job as a model.
Yeah, but I think if you have a competition and you put girls against each other, you should give them also kind of the same.
No, but every girl's different. Like you can't compare April to Shandy.
No, not compare. But I mean, like it's a competition, and if Camille's picture now comes out better, I'm not sure if it is because she is more good as a model, or did she get a nicer setting, and then I'm like, you should pit them against each other with the same circumstances. Yeah, then it's more fair.
True, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand.
And I think April has a better body of work till now than Camille had.
Yes.
Yeah, but who would you have sent home?
Based on this challenge, I would have sent home Mercedes, but we said that Shandy was my top, but I would have sent on this because there were also all the time like high fashion, and they were talking about Mercedes like your personality is so awesome, and I totally agree, but based on this whole episode, I was like, Mercedes, you didn't check all the points. Like that's at the go-sees, they were like, yeah, we like your personality, but you're too commercial. With the shoot, it was kind of the same thing. And then to me, April's picture wasn't the best. So based on pictures, I would have said my bottom 2 was April and Mercedes.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I already knew, of course, because you didn't know that Camille would be sent home. I did know that, but I think if we look at it overall, Camille did the worst out of them 5 overall, I think. So she for me, she deserved to go home. But I'm in love with Mercedes.
Yeah, I'm very happy that she's gone. But I also thought that, I don't know, I think Camille could have pulled the high fashion. I don't know. I'm very curious what next episode what's going to happen. Because I'm happy that Camille's gone, but I think that maybe, I don't know, I think with certain things, she can do more than Mercedes.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Yeah, and now 4 girls left, and a lot of people, when you read it on the forums and stuff like that, these Final Four is known as one of the strongest Final Fours where like everyone is liked, and I agree with that. I think totally you too, right? They could all win. I think when I watched this the first time, I was like, ooh, any one of these 4 could win.
No, I don't think Mercedes could win.
No?
No. And to me, it's not like Camille could have been the winner, but I think that Mercedes is not the strongest of the 4, in my opinion. And I think the other 3, all of them could be the winner.
You know who's going to win, right? But you don't know the outcome. What do you think the top 4 will be? Who will be eliminated next?
The top 4 is already.
No, what the order will be? Who will be? What will be the outcome?
So I do know who the winner is going to be. So
yeah. And for the other 3.
I think the other 3. I think the first one to go right now. It's hard. Okay. Personal opinion, I think it will be Mercedes that will leave first, and then we will have a top 3, and then I'm only going to go to the top 2, and then so I think then, it's hard because then I would choose. I'm biased because I want April to stay. So then, I would think, but Shandy's really good. I can't choose. I'm sorry.
It's a hard top 4, right?
It's a hard top 3 for me. The top 4, Mercedes is easily.
Yeah.
It's just I can't, because also the top 3, they're also different.
That's totally true.
They're unique in their own ways,
and they're all good. They're good models and like high fashion models that they could work. Sometimes when I see girls like last year with Robin, it was like, but why are you still in the top 4? Like, why are you still here? We're talking about Robin again. Yeah. But okay.
We love you, Robin.
Oh God, she was fun. Okay, but the top 4, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity of 4 girls. That's not a Trinity. Trinity is 3, right? Or not? Or does that matter?
Trinity is,
I don't know.
Tell us what it is.
All right, 4 girls left. Next week, exciting episode. We saw already a preview.
Drama.
Some drums.
And not with the girls, but with their
the
own
boys.
With the drama with the boys. Let's leave it like that.
Yes. See you next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.